edition of Talking Point on the Nigerian Television Authority. This is a program where we highlight and discuss issues in the society with the aim of informing, educating, and providing solutions to this issue. I am Abiola Ario. To have you join us on the program this evening. I'll say compliment of the season. Our topic this evening is essence of New Year resolutions, and as usual I won't be doing the talking alone. I have a guest with me in the studio. My guest is the person of Reverend John Ayo Oladapo. He is the founder of Center for Blissful Home Initiatives. He's also the chairman, Bible Society of Nigeria, Odo area. Reverend Oladapo, it's good to have you join us this evening.
It's my pleasure being here, and I say compliment of the season to you all.
I'll start my question. What is New Year resolution? We've been hearing of New Year resolution when we enter this. When we said Happy New Year, many people are like, okay, this New Year I have some things I want to do. When we say New Year resolutions, what is really the meaning?
New Year resolution is a set of goals that an individual have a focus for himself, organization, or a family. New Year resolution is a way of looking back into the previous year, areas of success, areas of failure, and to project into the future, to project into the new year, things that you have resolved to implement, things you have resolved to carry out. And when we talk about a resolution for a year, is a way of setting a certain goal, achievable goal, measurable goal, attainable goals that we have a SMART. That is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and a time-bound goals. That is, this first quarter of the year, I desire to do this. Or in 2025, I aspire, I pray, all things being equal, God helping me. This I want to do. These behaviors I don't want to do again. These good things I want to implement. Or these physical things I want to do, these spiritual things I want to do. So when we talk about New Year resolution, is a set of desires, decisions, goals that an individual, a family, an organization have set for themselves, or for an individual that have set for himself.
You said something about individuals. These individuals, is it only for Christians, or anybody can make this New Year?
When we talk about New Year resolution, everyone, irrespective of who you are, whether a Christian, atheist, Muslim, as long as we still follow this Gregorian calendar, we still live until that we have started January, which we generally refer to in the Gregorian calendar as the first month of the year. Yes, I'm aware that there's lunar calendar. I'm aware of that, but the common one that cut across everybody is this Gregorian calendar that we adopt January as the first month of the year. And by that, this is not about a Christian, it's not about a Muslim or atheist, but the difference there is who you are determine the level of resolutions that you make. As a Christian, I must say this year I want to have 3 days of fast in a week. That will be part of my resolution because of my background. Your background will definitely influence your resolution. I may say, okay, this year or last year I had just 2,000 naira as my savings. This year I want to make it 4,000 naira. maybe I'm in the financial industry or whatsoever. So it depends on who you are that influences your resolution, but it cuts across everybody, not based on your religion, like Christian or a Muslim or whatsoever. Everyone that starts a new year must have a resolution, what I aspire to achieve this year.
And if I may ask, why do we make this New Year resolution? Why do we do it? Is it compulsory?
Yeah, it's not compulsory, but it's necessary. Because one, in every sector, in every life, there must be time that we look back and reflect and project into the future. I have seen that this year, this is what I am and where I have been to. Then, and I desire to do more. Then I must make a projection, I must make a resolution, I must make a set goals that will prepare me to do further. So it, in such a way, is a necessary thing, because everybody, I still want to believe, everybody desire to be better than what he or she was in the previous year. So based on that, everybody desires to make a resolution or to have set objectives. Some say they don't believe in New Year resolution, but they believe they have certain things behind their mind they want to do. In another way is that they have resolved to do certain things, and that's resolution. It depends on the way you look at it.
So let's talk about the benefits. Are there some benefits attached to setting a New Year resolution?
Definitely, there are lots of benefits, because when you aspire to be better than what you are now, definitely is bound to give you a result. That aspiration, that desire to be better, will at the end of the day bring you a level of lifting, a level of progression, a level of advancement in life. And when you advance from where you are now to the next stage, be it physical, financially, materially, maritally, or in any wise, definitely it has benefit. Definitely it has result. And whatsoever that has result, and this time around in a positive sense, definitely it is good and it has result.
Sure. Let me add this. There are so many people that set goals for themselves at the beginning of the year. That, okay, come by the first quarter of the year, I will have achieved this, I will have achieved that. But unfortunately, they might not be able to achieve it. How can one go about it? How can we go about it to ensure that this resolution is fulfilled within the year?
With God, all things are possible. Every one of us should have it in mind that we have no power of our own. God is the ultimate one that can help one to succeed in life. The Bible says, commit your ways to the hands of the Lord. Trust in Him and He will bring it to pass. That is the God factor in it. God is the ultimate power that can help one to succeed. No matter the level of resolutions you have made, without God in it, you cannot succeed. So in any resolution we make, we must bring in God. The Bible says, if God wills. So if you bring in God, that as the Lord liveth, and if God wills, this I desire to achieve, and ask God to help you, that is the God factor. Then your own factor is also there, because God will not come and help you to do what you ought to do. God has not made us as a robot. God has given us our intellectual capability to be able to reflect, to think, and to do things. And that God can as well make all of us stone and make us robot and just be controlling, but God has given us the willpower. So the willpower is also there. You make resolution, I don't want to smoke again this year. I don't want to womanize this year. I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Or I want to do this, I want to be saving 10,000 per month this year. If there is no discipline in it, you discover that you will even do worst. So the aspect of God we have mentioned first, that is God first. Without God, we cannot do anything. It is only in Him we live and move and have our being. So when we have that understanding, good. But your own factor is also that God will not come and put food in your mouth. You desire that this year, God bless my work, and you go to mountain every Monday, every morning, or 24 hours. You say you are praying, God is there. God will not bless in such a way. You say this year you want to be saving 20,000 per month, out of your 100,000. Now the salary minimum wage is 77,000, and you have collected your own. You say you want to save 20,000, and you go every week. You take a bottle of a Coke every day. You go to Sawawa, you buy one every night as you go home. How will you save that 20,000 in that? So that must be discipline. That must be discipline. Maybe what you have been eating before, like one of my father said my father in the law said that when you take a bottle of beer, you have broken a block of cement of your house. That count the bottle of beers you drink in a week, in a month, then turn it to money, and count how many blocks of cement it will acquire for you. So if there's no discipline in it, if you still live the way one life you live in the past, or that indisciplined life you practice in the past, you cannot achieve it. So yes, some people say this year we'll do this, but before February they are already in their past life. In fact, they are worse than the previous year because there was no discipline. The willpower is lacking in their lives. So everyone that is making resolution must desire, with God helping me, I will be disciplined to implement this. I don't want to go for clubbing. I don't want to do a night this and that again. I don't want to be doing this again. Then ask God. Then you must discipline yourself again. You say you don't want to steal. You still walk with thieves. You still follow rogues. Everything you still do. You don't want to smoke again, and you cluster. You have people, friends who are smoking, who cluster around you. You will eventually smoke. So if you are talking about bringing your resolution to reality, you must ask God for grace, and you must be disciplined. One thing is that God will not do what you need to do for yourself. God will not do that. God don't force us to do things, except when it comes to rare cases that God will do that.
Thank you very much. Before we go on a short break, I want to ask you, what is the essence of this New Year resolution?
The essence, the importance of it is for you to advance and to have a better living. The essence of it is for one to be better than the previous year. Like I said at the beginning, that it is a way of projecting into the future to be better. So the essence of having a New Year resolution is to take a new leaf, to make advancement in life, to progress the more, and to be a better person, a better individual, to be a better family, a better husband, a better wife, a better worker in a place of work, a better friends to your relations, to your colleagues, a better child to your parents. So that is the essence, for you to be better than the previous year, because you want to move to the next stage, you want to advance. Therefore, you have resolved to carry out certain things in life that can make life more meaningful, that can make you better citizen, that can make you a responsible individual in the society.
Thank you very much, Reverend. We'll quickly go on a short break now, and when we come back, Talking Point continues on Nta Akure. This is still Talking Point on the Nigerian Television Authority, Nta Akure, the dynamic station. Our topic of discussion so far has been the essence of New Year resolutions. And my guest has been Reverend John Ayo Oladapo. He is the founder of Center for Blissful Home Initiatives, and he is also the chairman, Bible Society of Nigeria, Ondo area. Yeah, Reverend, we'll be talking about this New Year resolution, Should our New Year resolution always be at the beginning of the year? Can't I make a resolution at the middle of the year or at the end of the year? Must it be at the beginning of the year?
It's not compulsory, it must be at the beginning of the year. We can take a mid-time assessment of our resolutions. We can make a monthly resolution, weekly resolutions. For instance, now, I said I have a shop, and I discovered that in January people rush to buy things, this and that, and in February things has gone down. I may now arrange again and re-strategize. So for February now, this is what I will do. Oh, I discovered that now rainy season is coming. Ice cream, cold water is no longer going to be at the high demand. Now, this is now what we need now. People will be feeling cold. Let me go and buy robe. Let me say sweater. So now you can flow along with the season and with the situations in the community or in the country. Maybe this month I resolved that I want to be selling what they call plantain chicks. Or I want to be selling biscuits close to a school near my house. And I now discover when the school resumes that the school now have a butchery. So I've seen that I may not sell again. Then I must re-strategize and look at what do I need to do. So New Year resolution is not compulsory to be at the beginning of the year. But why it is mostly at the beginning of the year is that we look at the past year. A 12 calendar, lunar calendar has just, Gregorian calendar has just ended. And now a new one is beginning. We want to compare that last one in progression with the incoming one. We make a projection as regards that. But as the year progresses, there may be need for us. In fact, these resolutions too, there may be need for us to review. That's why we say it must be time bound. It must be achievable. It must be measurable. Now, when you look at all these things now, you say, oh, this thing now is not that feasible at the middle. For instance, COVID at the beginning of 2019, was it 2019 that COVID set in? Or when was that? At the beginning, nobody envisaged it will happen. But towards the end of the year, it happened. So if you have made a projection along the way, definitely it has been affected. And all through 2020 or thereabout, we're all in it. So if you make a resolution, and you know it has been affected now by a natural disaster, at times there are needs for you to just review your resolutions. There are things, because those resolutions you project, not that you are very sure of how it will all be, is a projection, is a way of believing God this will happen. But if along the way you discover that these things are no longer achievable, then you pray to God again and you re-strategize. So it's not compulsory, it must be at the beginning of the year. It could be even within the week. It could be within the month. And it could be along the year. That's why we say it must be time bound. Maybe first quarter, second quarter. So if at the end of first quarter we have achieved this, then we now reposition ourselves again, plan for the next stage of life.
Yeah, I want to still ask about this reviewing and assessing. How can we go about assessing this New Year resolution to make sure that what we planned, we envisage that we want to do has been done or is about to be done? How can we do that?
Okay, let me turn spiritual now. For instance, I have resolved I want to be praying or I want to be fasting 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. These are my fasting days in the year 2025. And the first week, I fasted on Monday, fasted on Wednesday, fasted on Friday. And along the way, I discovered that I broke my fast every 12 o'clock. I broke my fast 12 o'clock, and now the next week, the next month, I discovered that I'm becoming too lazy. Then I have to review what is happening. Is it because I slept too much? Or is it because I ate heavy food? Or what that led to this? So I must be able to examine my body mechanism and look at it, what has happened to me, and how should I now adjust. So that is, I review it, that this has happened. Or I say I want to be saving 10,000 naira per month, and I discovered that the first month I managed to save 10,000. The second month I was unable. I should look back, what happened? I now remember I bought Ashwebi. And if I must say this thing, I must not buy Ashwebi. So I will say, okay, this year, my body here, no Ashwebi. I won't buy any Ashwebi this month, this year, because I must be saving 10,000. So that's, I'm reviewing it now. I'm analyzing it. So we need to do that from time to time. If there are issues with it, look at it. Yoruba has it that when a young child falls down, it looks at if another person, you look at what has caused this thing. So you look at what has caused it that you are where you are now. That is ability for you to review your resolution.
Yeah, finally, this evening, Reverend, I wanted to advise people out there.
Brethren, it is a good thing for us to do a self-evaluation of ourselves. It is a good thing for us to look into our lives and see where we need to make resolutions and be better. Everybody desires to be better, and it is my also prayer for you that you'll be better in the year 2025. But please look inward and see what has been the obstacle to your life, and then project with the help of God to be better. It is an important thing for us to be a better citizen, better man, better woman, better husband, better children or a child to your parents, and in all the areas, like better staff in your place of work. So make a resolution to be better than what you are now. And as you do that, I pray the Lord will help you, and it shall be well with you this year in Jesus' name.
Amen. I want to say a very big thank you to my Reverend John and your Olada. We hope that when next we call on you, you gladly oblige our call.
This is my player.
Viewers at home, this is where we will be drawing the curtain on today's edition of Talking Point. Join us same time next week for another edition. Till then, I am Abiola Ario. Good evening.